Well, hello everyone. It is Wednesday. We are back for another update on some plushie makes. First, I had to leave the house this morning to go to the doctor's to get the blood test results. And usually she's full of bad news. And actually today was pretty good. Other than vitamin D, I did good. I was like shocked. But anyways, when I was leaving at the end of the road, I saw the sign, says Spectrum is here. Finally, they started running these lines. I believe it was like towards the end of September. Then we got the back-to-back storms and all the flooding and the holidays. And when I got home, I made the phone call, and it's not in the salespeople's system yet. I'm like, come on, hurry up. I have been dying for real service. So it's going to be soon, and I'm going to have real internet. Real internet. I am so excited. Anyways, what has been going on? Well, I got an email today from that market thing with a site map. Now, I have not and will not give them the W-9. But I just thought it was kind of funny since I didn't fill that out and return it, that I got this email with the site map. I don't know. I might show up there just to see if it was legit or not. But I'm not giving them a W-9. Not to mention it's going to be really cold. I mean, it is a brisk 37 degrees outside. Luckily, I am not in a part of Florida that is getting snow at the moment. But, yeah. I don't know what to think about this whole market situation. I really don't. I don't know. Anyways, so, we have been working on a few things. I don't have a whole lot to really show you this time because I've been busy with getting pictures and stuff for the top secret pattern that'll be coming up. All the testers are finished with Moose, and I was thinking originally Friday for the release date. I don't know. What do you think? Should I release early since everybody's finished and any corrections have been taken care of? I sent out the corrected copies. Feedback so far has been good. That nobody's catching any other boo-boos. I don't know. Should I? I'm tempted. I am tempted. So, the top secret one, yesterday I was working on that. And it's such a long process when you're having to take the pictures and then trying to get a clear picture. Ugh. You might sit there and take the same thing, same photo 5-6 times just to get that angle just right. Hopefully I did okay. So I still have to put all that together, and then I'll be sending that out to the people to test. And then we'll just go from there, because I'm not going to show you yet. Not yet. It is a surprise. So, but it is, in my opinion, it'll be the best one so far. So, last week, or Sunday, we left off with me telling you that I had another teddy bear on my hook and it wasn't finished yet. And I was using the new to me Bernat frosting. What a pleasure that is to work with. It is so soft. So we finished this little cutie. The color's Meadow something or other. It turned out a good size. Now this is compared to the Chenille Brights, and they are like almost the same size. Like so close. I used a 6mm hook with both of them. when I look at the two of them, I do have to say this one's my favorite. This one here. But this one is also very, very cute. So for the snout and the, what do you call them, paw pads, I used Bernat Baby in a light blue to go with this kind of blues and greens. It was interesting because on the bottom it was kind of making a spiral pattern. And I was a little concerned about how the colors might pool together. But I am not unhappy with how it turned out. So, he is very cute. Or she, whatever. It is very cute. And I have all these messages coming across my screen right now if I look a little distracted because I got picked to test another Chunky Mon. I'm excited. So we have 3 more chunks coming. And you know I'll make all 3, but I have to do the one I've been chosen to test first. And then I can do the other 2. I'm not sure if it's 15 or 18 of them now. But, I mean, I have a bunch I need to remake so that I have them all again. I have to line them all up so I can see which ones sold and which ones didn't, because I don't know them. I know a few Pokemon when I see them, and yeah. I recognize them as Pokemon, but I don't know their names. We'll just put it that way. So the next thing that I made, I wanted to do another patchwork. And I did a Toy Story. Toy Story Patterns AU, I think it's called, a while back. She has a puppy. Really cute, really easy. Like the only thing you're sewing on is the muzzle and then the head to the body. But I did it like all red and made a Clifford out of it. Well, I thought that would be a nice pattern to do the patchwork with. So that's what I did. And I used the brights again. It came out a really nice size. So every part has a different color. And like I said before, I don't have all the available colors in this line, but I had enough because I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colors, 11 if you count the white that I did on the arms and legs. But he's just adorable. I really like this guy. And again, he's a good size, you know, like they're a little bigger maybe, but they're very close in size. And I am having fun picking out the patterns to do this with. I don't think all patterns will work, but there are quite a few. Like if you're making the arms and the legs separate, I really think those are good, I can't think of the word. They're good prospects to do this style. But I'm having fun with this. And I would like to do more. So I have that. And that took me, well, I finished the bear because all I had to do was like sew it together. And, well, I think I was like halfway through the body. Everything else was made. So I had to complete the body and then sew it together. Because that one you do sew the arms and the legs and the head on. The only thing crocheted in are the ears on the bear. So I finished that and then I did the dog. And then I did nothing else on that day, as far as completing anything. So the next day, which would be Monday, I wanted to make a bunny. And last year I bought this pattern I can't think of the designer off the top of my head, but it's a 3-pack. Basically the same body, you're just changing the ears and the facial expression a little bit. So you can get a bunny, a cat, and a bear. And the bunny has short ears that can stand straight up on its head, or long floppy ears. The first one that sold out of that pattern was the floppy-eared bunny. So that's what I wanted to do this time. But I wanted to be a little different. And the reason for this, I don't know if you guys know who Marcia is from MimiMakesKeepsakes, but she bought Mona Brown, the pattern, and she, oh my gosh, she is just so creative. She did one, and he's got striped legs, you know, like it looks like it's wearing red and white stockings and a blue shirt. I mean, it just looked so cute. Then she comes and does another one with a tutu and a little bow, and oh my gosh, if you don't, I would show you pictures, but I don't want to steal her thunder because I'm sure she's going to share it on her channel. But they were just adorable. So that gets the wheels spinning. And I wanted to make this bunny look, what's the word? Anthropomorphic? Where it has human attributes. So I wanted to make it look like it had clothes on. So this one took me a little while because I was using my Parfait Chunky and I was doubling it up so I can get some size. And the white was so much thinner than the other colors that I had to use a 6mm hook. And then when I got to the colors, that was a little tough because that really needed to be a 7mm hook. And I just don't think it would have came together right if I would have used the 2 different hook sizes. It might have, but I was a little skeptical about doing it. So some of it feels a little stiff because I doubled the yarn and I didn't get to use a big enough hook. So this is my little bunny. I made it look like she's wearing pants and a top. So I gave her a little cuff around the pant leg, a ruffle around the belly. She has like a turtleneck collar and a little sleeve ruffle. That would be the part that I changed about the pattern instead of it just being an all white bunny. And these eyes, I just, you know what? I really like these eyes. And for my new patterns, I think these eyes make a huge difference on the outcome. Maybe because I used them first, like on this, I used it first and then did the regular eyes. I just think that looks cuter. My personal opinion. Everybody's got like different things that they do with the eyes. But I tried it on this bunny and not sure. I mean, it's cute, but I'm not sure. We'll see what happens at market. Now, because it's so stiff, she doesn't want to sit right. Like, her legs don't want to come forward to sit. So I might have a little trouble with that. On the tail, they do a popcorn stitch. And because I was doubling the yarn, I was struggling with that. So I did a triple crochet bobble stitch to have the little cottontail. Worked just fine. Just fine. But she's a beauty. She is a beauty. I like her. And this I made yesterday. No, Monday. Then yesterday I was working on the top secret pattern, having to remake it, having to use different colors so that the pictures would show up. And I spent like almost the whole day doing that. So last night I was like, I need to finish something that I can share and that I can take to market. So I had a little bit of the I don't know the name, the Bernat that came in the cake, that was the orange and mustard shades that I did the dragon lovey out of. So I had a little bit of that left, and I thought maybe it would be enough to make an elephant until I picked it up and actually held it in my hands and realized, no way, it's not enough. So we did scrap buster projects with it. And I made some snakes. Saucy Puffin Crafts itty bitty snake. We did, this was the first one. This was the color that we left off on that skein. These are fast. So we got the mustard one. And then I just finished the tail, and it's like this far away from the next color change, but it was tied together with a knot. So I'm not really sure what color should have been next. But this was the next one that came off. It's a really deep orange, and I used just plain old solid black safety eyes with these. These are a 16 millimeter. The 18 millimeters kind of looked too big because it was a solid color. If it was the, you know, the colored eye with the glitter disc, they don't look as huge as the solid black ones do. So I did the 16 millimeter with this. So then I said, let's chance it. Let's see if we can do a third one. So we did a third snake, and I'm debating if I want to give these tongues or not. So he starts off with this deep, like burnt orange, and then the color changes to a lighter one, which looks pretty cool. So I probably have enough left to do maybe a turtle shell, maybe two. Not much at all. But these are so easy to do. I like doing these because they're fast. Like, I did these 3 watching one show on Netflix. And that was being distracted. You know, once I get past the head, I can just go to town and count my rows and be like, okay, it's long enough. Let's start the taper off. So, 3 snakes. And then I was like, it's not time for bed yet, and I'm still wide awake. What else do I want to make? Well, I was watching, and I mentioned her channel last week, Katie the Celestial Homebody, and her most recent video that I watched, she's talking about making characters from video games. And trust me, I know nothing about these video games. I know a little bit about Minecraft. But she had a couple of them she was talking about. But the one that I thought was really cute, I don't know, I think it was kind of pretty, was Stardew Valley, I think is the name of the game. But she made these blue chickens with a purple comb. And I'm like, I like that. It looks pretty with the blue and purple together. So I checked to see what colors I had available in the chenille brights. And I had light blue or kind of like a navy blue, real dark. And since I don't play the video game, I don't know which shade of blue I should use. So I went with the light blue. And then on the purple, it has like an eggplant purple and a violet purple. So I decided to go with the violet. So this one, it's a little hard to get the eyes in because the head is last, and getting the eyes in there and snapping the backs on can be a little tricky. So I made 2 of these just like the colors together. I mean, this is not the maple chicken pattern, but you could totally do it with the maple chicken pattern. Just don't sew it completely closed and save yourself some stitches to make a little head on it. Give it a little tail. And then instead of a red comb, it's got a purple comb. I'm not sure of the purpose of these chickens in the video game, but I thought they were pretty. Just the colors together. So I made myself a couple. And then it was today. And that's all I've gotten done. Except I was kind of naughty. And I was on Premier's website. And I did a yarn order. Oh my goodness, you guys. Some of it I needed the colors. A couple of them. And some of them I didn't. But it's the basics. The chenille brights, and I have a feeling, I really have a feeling that I am going to be moving away from the Parfait Chunky. His eye has a scratch on it. But yeah, I have a feeling I'll be moving away from the Parfait Chunky because it's so thin. And I never really noticed it before until the last few weeks where I've really been working with the Chenille Brights and the Bernat Baby and the Big Twist. And then you go back to the Parfait Chunky and it's so thin and you're doing all that work. And I love, well, the old Parfait Chunky. I love the feel of it. And I have a lot of it to use up, so it'll be a while before it goes away. But I think if it's the right size, certain colors of it, I'll be able to double up and, it'll move out faster. That is if I actually, settle on that idea and actually make up my mind to do that. At the moment, that's a thought. But then you got all that going on with Joanne. Will you be able to get the other yarn? Michael's doesn't carry as much as Joanne does as far as that goes, at least in store. And the first time using a particular color, I need to be able to feel it, because if it's that sticky stuff, I can't use it. It just really, really hurts my hands. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll see if it happens. But that is the thought. Yeah, when, this is leftover from Halloween. But when you do the squid out of Parfait Chunky, and it's tiny. But if you do this, it feels so soft. If you do the same squid using the Brights or Bernat Baby or, even the Sweet Snuggles Lighter Home Slim, it's really big. I mean, Parfait, Sweet Snuggles. Look at the size difference. Same exact amount of stitches, same amount of work, a little bit more polyfill. If you're going to put all the work into it, you might as well get some size out of it. So instead of a $10 item, maybe it's a $15 item. Or instead of a $15 item, maybe it's a $20 item. Size has a lot to do with perception. And I was just going to say something and it just went. I don't remember. Must not have been too important. if it went that quick. But those are my thoughts on the yarn. I need to decide what I want to make today after I get all the pictures together on the Top Secret pattern and get them all in place and send them out to, not sure yet, 3 people I know for sure that I've asked and they've said yes, they would like to test. So I'm not real big on doing the Instagram chat group for the testing mainly because of time zones. Like, I got picked to do the chunk test, and last night about 11 o'clock, the phone just started blowing up. Everybody's chatting. You know, some people were in the same time zone as me. Some, like Texas, and then you get California. But when you get to the other side of the world, when it's the middle of the night for us, it's daytime for them. And it's just like, there's a lot to catch up on. When I got up this morning, I'm like, oh my goodness, scroll through. What did I miss? You know, it was a lot. And I was surprised how many people in that group knew who I was. Real surprised. Beth and Jackie, and there was another lady this morning that I saw. It's a J name. I do not remember the name. But yeah, I was a little surprised. And especially for Instagram, you know. I'm good at scrolling, not so good at posting. But I don't know. I thought if I rambled a little bit, I would remember what I was going to say. And sitting here scanning my desk, looking at my plushies, that's not triggering my memory. I don't know. So you know what that means? That means it's time for me to like move on and go get some work done. But let me know, should I release Moose early or should I wait till Friday? Let me know what you think. And I'll see you on Sunday.